Welcome back, and I'm so glad you're here with us today. Like and subscribe, and let's get to it. So Gamescom is here in its new digital form, and with it we got an interview from game director Keith Lee via IGN. So along with some new information, we also got a close look at 3 new Valorplates. We have Vertigo. It is a moth, just like I said, and I think it looks pretty rad. The cape looking like wings are very cool character design, but stay away from the flames, okay Vertigo? We also have Mesa, which is based on a ram, and Typhon, the seahorse Valorplate. This is shaping up to be the coolest Zodiac ever. Alright, so let's dive into the new information that Keith shared with us. I'm going to paraphrase a lot of this. I might play a couple clips from him from the interview, but first off, Valorplates are going to be weapon platforms, and we will be able to craft additional Valorplates of the same type. So how many Greyhawks do you really need? I don't know, like 50? Well, Keith explains that each plate that you craft will have the potential to have their own characteristics, capabilities, and more importantly, their own augment constellations. He also mentions each plate has their own activation for capabilities. I have no idea what this means, but it must be important. Now I'm going to go to Speculation Town and throw some ideas out here. And look, I've been right on a couple things so far. So Valorplates will have random traits that you'll be able to activate by completing certain tasks or by using certain weapons. One Greyhawk plate will have a polearm ability or activation, and another Greyhawk may have an activation for greatswords or for the warhammers, thus making you want to grind over and over for that perfect set of plate, and then do that 12 times for each other Valorplate. And then you'll get the perfect set of traits, you hope. Now again, just with speculation, because I really have no idea what activation of capabilities means.
So think of each Valorplate as having their own activation for capabilities.
So how are we going to be crafting these new Valorplates? Well, by grinding for Valorplate cores, additional resources and completing certain missions, and from custom game modes and from killing enemies. Wait, custom game modes? What on earth is that, and how do you not tell us what a custom game mode is? That seems like something that everyone would love to know. Can I set up random modifiers like skulls from Halo? Can I play Godfall Legendary all skulls on? That would be pretty cool, but it would also be cool to know exactly what that is. So with 12 different Valorplates to hack and slash with, what really sets them apart from each other? He says there's 3 types of plates: balanced, specialized, and exotic. Each plate will have different roles like normal, high DPS, that's damage per second, cooldown focus, debuffs, tanking, and crowd control. Now, it's very possible, maybe with the right augment constellation and activation of capabilities, whatever that means, that your Phoenix can go from high DPS to a face tank if the stars align. Come on, that was good, that was funny. Plate selection will be important as you face certain mid-bosses and end-level bosses. I assume that bosses will also have their own form of constellation as well, making for varied gameplay. Archon mode, or as Keith terms it now, Arkhan Fury, will be the ability that you can activate once you have filled your Ethereum bar. How do you do that, you ask? Well, remember in the second video I made and I mentioned the pots that appeared to be full of something glowy? That they would be important to us down the road? I remember. You get Ethereum from breaking pots and breaking enemies. Each Valorplate will have an Archon mode uniquely specific to them. Vertigo is focused on shock, Mesa is focused on poison, and the 4 main aspects of the Archon ability consist of the passive buff that each Valorplate will have, and that's what you get just by putting on the suit. You have Arkhan Fury as your super, whatever that's going to do. Silvermane summons 3 ethereal blades to fight with him. Then you also get a set of buffs while you're in Arkhan Fury mode. And lastly, you have triggers that you can activate based on certain conditions that are specific to the Valorplate. And you can combo these, apparently, in order to achieve higher DPS or higher other attributes, probably depending on your Valorplate. Now, Keith did touch a little more on how playing co-op will change the way you play in Godfall. You can have any combination of Valorplates on the field as long as it's only 3. There are banners that players can drop that will create AoEs, like a passive healing circle and most likely many more. Keith mentions other consumables, but I don't think any were shown in the new gameplay. He also mentions custom game modes again, and I really need to sit down and put my thoughts together on what these are going to be and what they will look like. but I can imagine whatever custom game modes will be, anything that is tied to progression would be turned off. I can't imagine you'd be able to set up a custom game mode where you could just farm currency or Valorplate cores. That's just not something that I can see, although I am very intrigued to find out more about it. Now, with the addition of augment constellations, crafting Valorplates, and hearing about custom game modes, this new interview has me pretty excited. However, even though Keith Lee gave us a deep look into the game, I'm afraid I might have more questions than answers now. Keith is obviously very close to the project and using terms that the team is using internally during development. But as a player, I'm still not sure what some of those things mentioned are or what they do. I hear augment constellations, and I picture the level up graph from Final Fantasy X for some reason. I don't know how many nodes each constellation will have, or what proximity has to do with any of it, or what color combinations have to do with it, just because we weren't shown. I'm also worried that I haven't seen any form of UI or menu at all. Oftentimes, UI comes together at the end when everything is nailed down before the game goes gold, but we're 2, maybe 3 months away from launch, and with all the game delays that have been happening in the industry, I'm getting a little nervous that Godfall might be next. And let me say that I would be 100% okay with that if it was delayed. The world is in the middle of a pandemic and other horrible things happening all the time, and I hope the team is well and excited for the next few months, because the more Valorplates I see, the more and more I get excited for Godfall. So thank you very much for tuning in. Again, please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the Ram, Moth, and Seahorse in the comments below, and even what Valorplate you would have added into the game if you had a choice. Please stay safe, and remember to be kind to each other.